Hi everyone, I am a little bit sick still, so forgive my voice, but I wanted to show you that I got the Twsbi Caffe Eco Bronze. Twsbi Eco Caffe Bronze is what it's called. And I just wanted to show you my little collection of special Ecos. The other three are all rose gold, and then the Caffe is bronze. So you can see a little bit of the difference between the two metals there. I don't have any of these other three inked up right now. They're all medium nibs, and I'm actually gravitating more towards fine nibs in Twsbi now. Also probably because I haven't been using as many shimmer inks. The mediums are good for shimmers, but I've been using more regular inks, and so I'm wanting a little bit of a finer line. So I did get this in fine. And isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness. So here, let me just take the cream rose gold and we can compare the two. You can see that the cream rose gold, the rose gold is just a lighter metal. This bronze is a bit darker. And let's look at the nibs. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but in person it is a lot more noticeable. It's not a huge contrast, but the bronze is definitely darker than the rose gold. So I am going to swatch out the inks that I picked out of my collection that I think would go well with this pen. It does look like the color of a little latte. And I do have some coffee inks that I think would go well with it. So I picked out, this one is the one that I think might match the least, but it's Diamine Shimmertastic Brandy Dazzle, and I was just gonna swatch it without agitating the shimmer. I think that, yeah, probably not. This is probably too orange, but we'll just do it for comparison's sake. Then I also have Colorverse Coffee Break, Robert Oster Toffee, and Robert Oster Cafe Crema. So let's try these out and see which one I want to ink it up with. I was thinking probably Cafe Crema is the best match because I actually have that swatched over here. And I mean, look at that. It's nearly perfect. So let's just see. So the first one is Diamine Shimmertastic Brandy Dazzle. Again, I'm not going to agitate that. I'm just going to swatch from the top. This is an older sample, so I'm just kind of, now that I've had these samples for over a year, I'm always kind of checking them to make sure they're not getting like moldy or anything. Oh yeah, that's really orange. So that one's probably not going to be it, but let me just go ahead and write out the name just for fun. All right. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So I would be curious, did you guys get this pen? Were you excited about it? This is my first bronze Twsbi. So I'm really excited about that. Here we have Colorverse Coffee Break. This is actually, there's not very much left, so I might have trouble getting this to fill if I were to choose this one, but I do think this is a good color and would be a good match as well. I liked the blue and bronze, but I just didn't feel like those two colors really went together, the indigo bronze Twsbi. I don't know, just for me, I didn't really like that color combination, or else I probably would have gotten it. But this I love. I mean, you guys know how much I love my coffee. I gotta have it. That's a pretty good match as well. And it doesn't have to be like a perfect match, but I think it's fun to match inks to the pen. Which is also why I have a lot of pens that are white, because everything matches with white. Okay, here is Robert Oster Toffee. That looks like a really good match as well. And I've heard that toffee is very similar to Cafe Crema. We're about to see. I don't know that I've ever like really paid attention to that or swatched them side by side trying to compare. But yeah, that's definitely has a bit more green in that brown. More so on camera than in person to my eye. So here is Robert Oster Cafe Crema. Yeah, they're very similar. My goodness, that's interesting. And I've had Cafe Crema inked up in my black rose gold Twsbi recently, maybe a few months ago, and I loved it. It was so wet, so wonderful, just a great writer. Very just smooth. The ink was well behaved, so I really liked that combo. And I forgot, this is actually a fine. I just don't have it inked up right now for some reason. Okay, so that is all of them. So here, I mean, I think either any one of these three I think would be good. Because even in the writing for Coffee Break, it has more of that reddish tone, undertone, which I think matches the pen quite well. Toffee and Cafe Crema definitely do have a greener, maybe yellow undertone. But not as much in person as you're seeing on camera. So, which one should I do? I guess, I mean, I've used Coffee Break a lot. I don't think I've ever inked up Toffee, so I'm going to ink up Toffee and just see how I like that experience. I'm trying to do it in a spot where it's not going to fall over. I love a fresh Twsbi because the piston moves so smoothly. I'm still like scared to take apart a Twsbi and try to grease it up. I'm afraid that I won't be able to like put it back together properly. So I have a couple of Twsbis that like desperately need silicone grease, but I'm too afraid to take them apart. Okay. So, oops. Let me wipe off the excess here. All right. So you can see I just inked it up a tiny bit. I still usually move the piston all the way down just because I like it when it's like tightly screwed. So yeah, you could see that I just did a little tiny bit. We're gonna see how I like it. If I really like it and I run out, then I will add more to it at a later time. But let's give it a little writing sample. Ooh, I love it. See in the writing too how it looks not as green as this. And much lighter, obviously. So Twsbi Eco, Caffe. I forget if there's like an accent on one of these, but Caffe Bronze. It's very smooth, nothing wrong with this nib at all. It's writing very well so far. And this is a fine nib. Yes, I love that. And then the ink is Robert Oster Toffee. Cafe Crema would have been so perfect just because of the name, but this looks really nice and it's super smooth. I love it. Yay! I really like this fine nib a lot. This is, I kind of like, I'm so tempted to go back and buy these with the fine nib because I just really like the fine nib now, and you can't buy a replacement nib. I mean, I know I could swap out the nibs, but I don't like to do that really either. So yeah, that's it. What do you guys think? Did you get this pen? Are you going to get this pen? How do you like the match? I think that is absolutely perfect. I love that so much. All right, have a great day. Bye, guys.